Allah says in the Quran, "All those who know equal to those who do not know." And the Prophet ﷺ said, when Allah wishes good for someone, He grants them understanding of the religion, because knowledge is not just a tool for exams, it's a path to Jannah. But let's be honest, you spend hours studying, yet by tomorrow nearly 70% of it is gone. Frustrating, right? And the worst part is, it's not your fault. Your brain is wired to clear out unused information, and in that process, most of your hard work gets swept away. But here is the interesting part. In Japan, students memorize over 2,000 kanji characters and retain them for life. So what is their secret? And more importantly, why don't we know it? When we look to the legacy of our own Islamic scholars, we see something similar. Imam al-Bukhari memorized over 600,000 ahadith. Imam al-Shafi'i could memorize pages with a single glance. How did they do it? It wasn't magic. It was discipline. It was structure. It was what we now call mujahidatun nafs, the inner struggle to perfect yourself through effort. Traditional study techniques like rereading notes and highlighting paragraphs feel productive, but your brain treats them like a background noise, turning them out just like in an Instagram ad you scroll past. Be honest, how many times have you stayed up late highlighting page after page, only to go blank in the exam? That's not your fault. It is neuroscience. There is something called the forgetting curve, and it is the silent destroyer of everything you learn. Within 24 hours, your brain dumps almost everything. By day 3, only a few traces remain. But what if you could hack your brain and break this cycle? Japanese students have been doing it for centuries, not by studying harder, but by studying smarter. And this is where their methods begin to align with Islamic wisdom. You don't need to read 400 to 500 pages of research paper. Here are 5 science-baked hacks they have used to master learning, without spending endless hours buried in books. Let's break them down one by one. Most people focus on input, reading, watching, highlighting. But memory strains through output. Think of it like training a muscle. Every time you force your brain to retrieve information, those mental connections get stronger. Every time you struggle to recall something, you are not failing. You are reinforcing those pathways. So how do you put this into action? Simple. Close your book, grab a blank sheet of paper, and write down everything you remember about the topic. It will feel frustrating at first, but that's the point. Those struggles create stronger connection in your brain. Western students cram. Japanese students cultivate knowledge. Subhanallah. Imam al-Shafi'i once said, "I complained to Waki about my weak memory, and he told me to abandon sin. For knowledge is a light, and the light of Allah is not given to a sinner." That's not just poetic. It is psychological. Your struggle to recall isn't failure. It's mental jihad. Now let's move to the next method. The common method, a simple, powerful technique that avoids overwhelm by breaking studies into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of trying to consume everything at once, you take it one bite at a time. Daily bite-sized learning reinforces concepts gradually until they become second nature. James Clear in his book Atomic Habits says the same thing. Small consistent improvements lead to the exponential growth. That's exactly what the common method does. Master a little every day instead of cramming it all at once. Now think about this. The Prophet ﷺ said, "The most beloved action to Allah are those that are consistent, even if they are small." Isn't that the same principle? That is what we call istiqamah, steadfastness. Small steps, repeated daily, lead to massive transformations. Whether it's your salah, your dhikr, or your study habits, the formula doesn't change. Next, let's talk about spaced repetition, the gardening techniques for your brain. Think of your memory like a plant. You don't flood it once and expect it to grow. You water it just before it starts to wilt. Spaced repetition works the same way. Japanese students don't wait until the night before the test. They use systematic review to keep knowledge fresh. The key is to strike just before forgetting kicks in. And isn't this exactly how our tradition preserved knowledge? Imam Bukhari didn't just write down ahadith, he reviewed them, reflected on them, and verified them across years. Quran was revealed over 23 years, repeated consistently, reviewed by companion day and night. Spaced repetition isn't new, it's prophetic. Now comes Kaizen, the principle of 1% daily improvement. Japanese students don't rely on last-minute cramming. They grow steadily, without panic, without burnout. Even a 1% improvement each day leads to massive progress over time. The best part, you only need 6 minutes a day, 2 minutes of active recall, 2 minutes of spaced repetition, and 2 minutes of focused practice. In a month, you will be 30% better, and that number compounds. And finally, Su, the art of focus. Mastery isn't just about method, it's about states of mind. In Japan, students create ritual to enter deep focus. They have a set study space. They remove distractions to signal to their brain, it's time to learn. By turning study into a ritual, their brain treats it as sacred. And that's exactly what Islam teaches us. Ritual isn't routine, it's training for the soul. You make wudu before salah, you say Bismillah before eating, you sit with adab in front of teachers. When you begin with Bismillah, make dua before you study and sit with presence. You are not just learning, you are worshipping. Your tools become sacred, your space becomes blessed, and your learning becomes light. So now you have a choice. You can go back to cramming and forgetting, or you can start using these methods that rooted in discipline, in science, and in the spirit of our tradition. Try one of these today and see what happens. You don't need to change everything, just start. Improve one thing, one method, one ritual. Change your life, one tiny steps at a time. That's the easy way actually. And remember, knowledge is a trust. The Prophet ﷺ said, the 2 feet of the son of Adam will not move on the day of judgment until he is asked about his knowledge and how he acted upon it. So may Allah bless your effort, purify your intention, and make your knowledge a light for you in this life and the next. Ameen.